Oh no, a better way to say that is if you have a Ferrari and then you got four donuts on your Ferrari instead of the actual tires. That's the best way to describe it. Yes, you have a Ferrari. No, you can't get the full experience of driving a Ferrari on four tiny donut tires. You have bottlenecks somewhere. And this is my problem with the whole DJ experience is that you got your FLAC files, your mixer sucks, your amp sucks, your speakers suck. So yes, you got your FLAC files, and they sound a little bit better, but not much. And nobody else can experience it. They get the best of it either. A lot of times too, and people don't want to admit it, but people's ears are hot garbage right now because of. I mean, how many years have people been listening to MP3s right now? When you really think about it, I think how many years MP3's been around for over a decade, but I mean only MP3s. No radio, nothing. I mean only MP3. How long have you been doing that? It's been a long time. Honestly, it's been a long time. And people's ears are dumbed down to they can't tell the difference anymore. I actually did experiment on this with Tidal. I got Tidal a couple months ago because they are offering a special. Like, that's usually when I get all my things. This is when they're offering a special. But Tidal was giving it was like $4 for 4 months or something like that. Which I was like, sure, sign me up. I'll take that. So that's how I got into the Tidal experience. But um, I have albums on my phone. I have a lot of albums on my phone, and I decided to take the songs on Tidal and just listen to them and A and B them with the songs on my phone. And oh, it's like night and day. And then I realized, like, oh, wait, Tidal has a thing for if you're streaming to save, to compress the files even more. So I turned that off and it sounded a little bit better, but not as good as the songs that were on my phone. And so I really thought about it and I was like, I've been listening to these Tidal songs all day and they were fine. And I never thought twice about it until I got to the store and I was like, yo, wait, I got this on my album. I wonder what that album sounds like. And the only reason why I even know this happens is because the Tidal version was unedited. No, the Tidal version was edited. And the songs on my phone weren't edited. I wanted to hear the unedited version. And so I was like, what the hell? Why is all this clean version stuff? And and so I was like, wait a minute. It sounds like night and day between each other. And it was driving me crazy. And I couldn't figure out why. And I realized, oh wait, this thing is the compressed version. But it still sounded better because I had the actual 320 high quality files on my phone. It's just better. Wherever the compression is, it's just better. But the rambling point I'm trying to make is that if your audience is only used to the 128, 192 compression file, they can't get the full enjoyment out of this stuff unless you tell them. And this is what this guy Eddy was saying from Apple Music. He was like, hey, we have this Apple Music thing, but it's a gimmick right now because people can't tell the difference unless we tell them this is the high quality lossless version rather than the regular compressed one you've been listening to all this time. And people's ears are trash. We really think about it. People's ears are trash. And that's why I said for decades now, people have been listening to music on YouTube, which has some of the worst compression that I've ever heard ever heard in my entire life. YouTube has the worst compression. It's mind-boggling how bad that compression is. And I get it. You like 4 gigabytes of files being uploaded every couple seconds, but good God, man, their compression's terrible. For a company like Google to allow that compression to audio be that bad is amazing to me. But anyways, I digress. So here's the head of Apple Music, and he's like fairly honest that I do the blind taste test all the time, and I can't tell the difference. And I think honestly, I think most people cannot tell the difference between this. But like, okay, I have to be clear here because I know people are fuming right now about to start typing. I have a baseline for what I will allow to have on my phone or just to play music as a DJ. And my limit's 256 AAC files from Apple. That's my limit. I'm not going to do anything lower than that. I prefer 320, but it's not that big a deal. That's just my personal preference. A lot of people have different preferences. I just say that for me, I think it's fine. And for a lot of the sound systems that I use, even the high end super duper amp system, there's so many bottlenecks I don't want to even get into that people can't tell the difference. I've seen DJs play a 128 bitrate song and nobody better than I because they're just people just expect it at this point that the music's all fine and whatever you're playing is the best. The unless you like you have to A B it. People cannot tell unless you A B it. Now, I shouldn't say everybody. There's a lot of people who can't tell. I think that's a better way to put it. There's a lot of people who cannot tell the difference between these files, these formats. I don't discourage people from using it, but I do say don't be arrogant about it. Don't be a pompous ass about you only use MP3s. I'm using FLAC. Like whoop de doo. But also, you need to realize if your system's got bottlenecks, you're wasting your time and your space. And a lot of people, I've seen it so many times. They got a garbage amp they're running their music through, and they're bragging about the FLAC and Lossless files. I'm like, why? Why are you bragging about this? But whatever, man. It's the internet. The internet's gonna do what the internet's gonna do. But um, I think it's hilarious and kind of sad now that the general public has been dumbed down with music for so long that they can't tell the difference anymore. If you think about musicians who play music, how many musicians are playing live instruments and recording live instruments on 2-inch reel? Very few people. I don't even think a lot of people even know what a 2-inch reel is anymore. Like, good God, man. I think a lot of people have no idea what ADATs or DAT tapes are anymore because you could just export off your computer right into Dropbox and send somebody a file now. Like, it was a process back in the day, man. It was a literal process. But if you've wondered why music from back in the day has this feeling that new music doesn't have, they're missing that warmth stuff. Like you play Thriller album, and then you play whoever a band like that. Not even I'm not even going rap music. Just a band that is straight digital drums, digital everything sampled and compressed. And you put these two things together, it is like night and day about what the hell was going on in Thriller versus today. And it's just because everything is digital, everything's compressed, and we're missing out on. I saw this researcher, he's talking about this, about the sound waves. And he's saying with the compression going on, there's going to be a generation of people who are missing this little color palette for your ears. That's the way he described it. And he was saying that, think of it like a painting. I am trying the best way to describe this. Like think about like a painting, and you're only going to use 8 colors instead of blending colors together to get all different kind of stuff. Use the 8 colors. You can only do so much with those 8 colors. And yes, you can paint some amazing stuff with the 8 colors, but you could do so much more if you can mix these colors together and kind of give a better view for it. And that's the same thing with audio. There's generations that have been born and they're fully adults now who've only heard music as an MP3. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop. That's djkeo.store. I simplified the address and made it easier to find, as well as you can buy something from Instagram, DJ Keo underscore. My store's there as well as on my website. I appreciate everybody who supported the channel through the years and got new designs and new stuff is coming soon. Link is in the description as always. And I thank you for watching and peace out, bitches.